All right, on tonight's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our AI Learning Agent project. And tonight we're going to go over those differences that we spoke about earlier with the final form of our agent plus the final form 3 version and how we came to get the perfect agent. So we're going to go over those differences and updates and let you know exactly what those updates indicate for our model or our agent. So here's how the execution and behavior difference between the original and enhanced codes work. So just remember when I say the original, it's the original code that we had, or original agent that we had, and the enhanced version is the version that we added the enhancements to and all the updates and capabilities. So first off is going to be a new visible features, confidence display. So we have enhanced version shows confidence scores. So you see here we have a confidence score of 85%. The capital of France is Paris. So that's letting us know that our agent is 85% confident that the correct answer is Paris. I'm not sure why it's only 85% when the answer is Paris, but whatever the agent only 85% confident that's the correct answer, that's what it's going to portray to us. Then we have performance metrics. Final report shows, which is going to be a performance metrics like average response time, average confidence, and a search usage rate. These are all generic numbers. These are just examples of letting us know how it will be displayed. Then we have improved functionality, hybrid search. So the original code only vector similarity search, as opposed to the enhanced version, it's going to combine vector plus keyword search for better recall. So the original code only used vector similarity, was only going to search our vector database or our vector memory for past experiences. With the enhanced version, we're going to combine that. We're going to check the vector and we're going to check keywords that we used previously for a better search recall. Then we have relationship tracking. The original stores individual memories, while the enhanced version creates relationships between related memories. So instead of just storing individual concepts or individual experiences, it's going to group those experiences together and try to make correlations and correspondence between the two, put them as a group as opposed to just single events. Then we have the execution flow. Let me move down some so we can see. I'll move down too quick. Let me go back up just a little bit to where we were. We have the execution flow here. Let me see. Here we go. We just started right here. Execution flow. So the execution flow for the original code is going to be left to right, start, input to generate response to an output to the loop. With the enhanced version, we're going to have a start with an input. The input is going to lead to track metrics. Track metrics are going to lead to generate response. The generate response is going to lead to a calculate confidence. And a calculate confidence is going to lead to a check threshold of confidence below 70%. So what they're saying is this: instead of just giving us an answer and accepting it, we're actually going to check the threshold of it or the confidence of our output. If it's below 70, we're not going to take it. If it's above 70, we will take it. And that's explained on this next line here. You see the check threshold 70. That's saying that the check threshold yes is going to give us an output, meaning that the confidence was above 70, so we took the output. But if it's below 70, you see check threshold no, we're actually going to perform an augmented search, and we're actually going to use that augmented search as our output. We're going to take that output and we're going to store it in our relationships. Our stored relationships are going to be updated with the metrics, and the update metrics are going to go to the loop. Then we have our new commands and outputs, automated testing. We have a run validation test with our validator equals agent validator. For our enhanced AI learning agent, test results equals validator.run. And we're going to run our validation function. Then we have our security changes. Doesn't really the security changes doesn't really mean anything. It's just letting us know that instead of having our hard coded API keys like we had in the original, we should use environments to store our API keys in, and then use that environment to actually put into our code. Then we have our performance impact. So the original code was a tad bit faster. You see a faster responses with a zero point 0.8 through 1.2 seconds because there were no metrics tracking. But in the enhanced version, it's slightly slower at a 1.1 through 1.5 due to the relationship tracking, confidence calculation, and metrics collection. So it is a tad bit slower. That's only because it's performing more tasks during its performance. So it's not just performance in the not in doing anything else. It's actually going to perform and actually do all of these other things also. So it does slow it down just a little bit. Then we have our memory behavior. The original was a simple vector storage, like I showed you. We were using a pine cone, which is simple vector pine cone for our database. So with the enhanced version, we're going to both memory and relationships. So if you recall, like I said earlier, we had the relationship nodes. So it's not going to just store single instances of things to remember. It's actually going to try to make correlations between different experiences and different experiences that it had in the past, and actually make connections between those and store it as a whole. Then we have error handling. It's just new features in the enhanced version. Automatic search fallback when confidence is below 70, like I spoke to you earlier. So instead of just accepting any output, if the confidence is below 70, it's actually going to perform its own search and see if it can get tailor-made, or not tailor-made, but it's going to see if it can get more accurate information on the search it's performing. Then we have the output formatting. So the output formatting is just going to let us know how it's going to speak to us or how it's going to communicate with us in the enhanced version. So if its confidence indicator is going to be something like, I'm 80% sure that Paris is the capital of France, to us like that. Then we have improved source citation. So according to blah blah blah, my records show that Paris is the capital of France. And then the relationship references are going to be based on previous discussions about such and such. I come to the conclusion that this is the correct answer. So that's what that really means. Then we have the maintenance for new requirements, additional dependencies. That's just letting us know that we had to use pip install in a new enhanced version. That's the only thing that we had to do for maintenance. And then to run the enhanced version requires an environment variables for API keys, optional. So if we do decide to use our environments, we have to make sure our environment is configured correctly to actually run our enhanced version, or it won't run. And so basically, the core functionality remains the same, but the enhanced version adds professional grade feature-like features while maintaining backward capability. And that's all those updates and everything I showed you earlier mean. And that's the difference between the final form agent and the final form 3 agent, which gave us our perfect agent. But I might do another video tomorrow, just one last video, and letting you know what the difference between ChatGPT and our learning agent is. I'm pretty sure you're probably thinking to yourself, why does it matter? It all sounds the same, but trust me, there is a difference, and I will go over with that with you tomorrow. But of course, for now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.